Hello, good morning. My name is Kimberly Morales, and today I will be presenting the full process of conducting a therapy session from start to finish. This includes identifying the need for therapy, preparing for the session, conducting the session, and following up. I will also describe the 5 major stages of the therapy process, which are relationship building, assessment and diagnosis, goal formulation, intervention and problem solving, and termination with follow up. My presentation draws on Sham, Decker, and Scott's Helping Skills Framework 2018 and Narrative Therapy Research by Yang and colleagues 2024. Overview. Conducting a therapy from start to finish, identifying the need of the therapy, what brings the client to therapy, preparing the therapy, preparing the client, opening the session, exploration and intervention, action planning, follow up, and ethical responsibilities. Conducting a therapy session from start to finish. Identifying the need for therapy, preparing for therapy, conducting the session, following up, key features of therapeutic process. This presentation explains the full process of conducting a therapy session from start to end. I will discuss how identify when therapy is needed, how both client and practitioner prepare, what occurs during the session, and how follow-up it supports long-term process. I will also highlight key features of effective therapy using guidance from Ching, Decker, and Scott's 2018 and narrative therapy research by Yang 2024. Identifying the need for therapy. Emotional distress, behavioral or functional concerns, client distress or impaired coping, screening and assessment, cultural and contextual understanding. Recognizing emotional distress, behavioral change and or disturbance in day-to-day functioning is the first step in determine whether is necessary therapy. Shang 2018 state that caregivers need to be alert for indications of stress, worry, or trouble adjusting. According to Yang 2024, who point out that when clients' tales are examined through narrative meaning making, they frequently indicate deeper requirements. Assessment should take cultural and contextual variables into account. The therapy process begins by identifying the client's needs for support. This might include emotional distress, behavioral changes, or difficulty functioning in daily life. Chen 2018 emphasized listening for signs of overwhelm, anxiety, or impaired coping. Narrative therapy research shows that client stories often reveal deeper needs when explored with curiosity and cultural sensitivity. And understanding the client's context is essential before moving into the formal stage of therapy. What brings a client to therapy? This could be presenting problems, client's goals, client's narrative, strengths, and challenges. What brings a client A good question could be, what brings you here today? A stimulating question that encourages people to start telling their story. According to research on narrative therapy, clients frequently use their tale to define who they are. And Yang 2024. Early comprehension of their objective and strong points aids in the development of a cooperative strategies. This stage necessitates warmth, empathy, and non-judgmental listening, according to Cheng 2028. This first stage of therapy is relationship building. This stage focuses on establishing trust, safety, and rapport. According to Shan 2018, empathy, warmth, genuineness, and respect are essential here. I begin with a warm greeting, an emotional check-in, and an invitation for the client to share their story. Narrative therapy emphasizes honoring the client's voice and cultural identity, which helps them feel seen and valued. This stage lays the foundation for all future work and all future interaction. Preparing for therapy practitioner tasks. These include reviewing intake information, create a safe environment, prepare interventions, and maintain cultural humility. Reviewing intake notes, maintaining confidentiality, and setting up a quiet, private area, all part of preparation. Shane 2018 emphasized the significance of ethical awareness, empathy, and emotional preparedness. Additionally, practitioners should develop culturally sensitive tactics. Narrative therapy necessitates being receptive to clients' cultural narrative and identities, particularly in diverse or underprivileged population, according to Yang 2024. This second stage of assessment and diagnosis, this involves gathering information about clients' concerns, strengths, history, and environment. And Chan 2018 described assessment as an ongoing process that includes active listening, reflection, clarifying questions. Narrative therapy adds another layer by exploring how clients make meaning of their experiences and how domain narrative shapes their identity. Preparing the client for the therapy. This includes explaining confidentiality, clarifying session structure, establishing expectations, supports emotional readiness. Clients require clarifications regarding their involvement in therapy, session flow, and confidentiality. This preparedness fosters trust and lessens anxiety. Explaining the procedure empowers customers and promotes self-determination, according to Shane 2018. In order to provide clients a greater sense of control over their therapeutic process, narrative therapy principles encourage them to write their own story. The third stage is core formulation. This stage is collaborative and centers on their client's self-determination. Shan 2018 emphasized that goals should be realistic, measurable, and meaningful to the client. Narrative therapy encourages clients to identify preferred storylines and outcomes, which help them envision change. During this stage, I work with the client to identify what progress looks like and what they hope to achieve through the therapy. Before conducting the session, both practitioner and client must be prepared. As the practitioner, I will review intake information, ensure confidentiality, and create a safe environment. Chen 2018 highlights the importance of emotional readiness and ethical awareness. Clients also need preparation, such as understanding confidentiality, session structure, and expectations. Narrative therapy encourage inviting clients to become authors of their own stories, which increase empowerment and engagement. Conducting therapy, opening the session includes warm greeting, emotional checking, review goals, establish rapport. Warmth and empathy are shown at the start of the session. The client can feel seen and supported with a simple emotional check-in. Genuineness and respect are crucial in early relationships, according to Shan 2018. The tone for cooperation is established at this point. In order to identify prevailing themes influencing a client's identity, narrative therapy promotes examine how to client describe their experiences. Chain 2018. During the session, I combine exploration and intervention. I used open-ended questions, reflective listening, and empathy to help the client explore their concerns. Chen 2018 emphasized that helpers should avoid directing clients and instead support their autonomy. Narrative therapy encourages clients to re-author their stories by identifying strengths and possibilities. The fourth stage of the is intervention and problem solving. And this includes reflect feelings and content, explore client narrative, identify patterns, and co-create meaning. Helpers employ open-ended questioning, introspection, and active listening during exploration. According to Shan 2018, these are fundamental abilities to exchange comprehension through the identification of strengths and alternate meanings. Narrative therapy strategies assist clients in rewriting their story. Yan 2024 state that insight, emotional processing, and group meaning making are the main topics of this stage. This fourth stage is intervention and problem solving. This is where therapeutic techniques are applied. Shan 2018 described interventions such as reflecting feelings, exploration patterns, and teaching coping skills. Narrative therapy techniques include externalizing problems, identifying alternative meanings, and strengthening preferred narrative. This stage focuses on insight, emotional processing, and developing strategies that support client goal. Next stage is action planning and conducting a therapy action planning. This includes set goals, develop coping strategies, support self-determination, empower client choice. Action planning entails determine coping mechanism and establishing actionable objectives. Chan 2018 stress avoiding perspective techniques and promoting clients' autonomy. Clients are encouraged to externalize issues and determine desired results using narrative therapy. Yang 28-24. These trends, their strengths and give them the ability to take charge of their own development. The fifth stage is follow-up and termination and follow-up, or termination and or follow-up and continuing care, which includes summarize session, evaluate process, adjust goal, provide referral if needed. Follow-up ensures continuity of care, summarizing the session, reinforce insight, and validates the client's efforts. Chan 2018 highlights the importance of monitoring progress and adjusting plans. Narrative therapy research shows that ongoing reflection helps clients sustain new, empowering storylines. Follow-up may include referrals, safety planning, or additional support. The final stage is termination and follow-up, or follow-up and continuing care. Termination happens when goals have been met or when therapy is ending for another reason. Jane 2018 recommend summarizing progress, reinforcing strength, and preparing the client to continue growth. Follow-up may include checking in, providing referrals, or offering additional resources. Narrative therapy research shows that ongoing reflection helps clients sustain new, empowering storylines. Ethical practice requires ensuring continuing of care. Ethical responsibilities. These include client dignity, cultural humility, self-determination, and professional boundaries. Effective participation and ethical behavior are highlighted in EPAS competencies 1 and 6, protecting client dignity, respecting self-determination, and upholding limits are all necessary for social work disposition number 7. According to Shen 2018, cooperation, empathy, and respect are crucial for providing ethical assistance. By emphasizing the client's voice and cultural identity, narrative therapy is consistent with these ideals. EPAS competencies 1 and 6 emphasize ethical practice and effective engagement. Social work requires protecting clients' dignity, honoring self-determination, and maintaining boundaries. Shen 2018 states that stress, empathy, respect, and collaboration as essential to ethical helping. Narrative therapy aligns with these values by centering the client's voice and cultural identity. The therapy process includes identifying the need for therapy, preparing for the session, and moving through the 5 stages: relationship, building, assessment and diagnosis, goal formulation, intervention and problem solving, and termination with follow up. Each stage required empathy, cultural humility, and ethical responsibilities. These elements work together to support meaningful, sustainable changes. Thank you.